Welcome everybody to the F4 Hunger Awareness Show.
It's my goal to feed 1 billion people before I die.
We want to bring awareness around the issue of hunger and food insecurity.
7 to 8 million people served so far. With the sole goal of eradicating world hunger by connecting sources of food to recipients in need. Fiorenza's Food for Friends.
Hi, Derek Fiorenza here with the F4 Hunger Awareness Show, and today I have a very special guest, Sean McGraw. Sean McGraw is with the band Just a Bit Outside. Sean, how are you doing today?
How you doing, Derek? Good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you for being here, and we have a lot to cover today. Sean's here today representing his band because they'll be performing at the F4 Westchester Chili Cook-Off on October the 12th in Westchester, and him and his band are performing at no cost as a donation to our organization to support this amazing cause. So, Sean, I have a lot of questions for you. I know we only have a limited time today. Number one, how long you've been playing music, what inspired you, and then I also want to learn why philanthropy and giving back is so important to you.
Cool. Yeah, I've been playing music for over 25 years, playing out gigs all over the Brandywine Valley and beyond. But about that, I mean, what inspired me was you're going back before I was 10 years old, probably when I was 7 or 8. And I said, Dad, Christmas, I want the Bee Gees album, and nothing against the Bee Gees, but he said, you can, all right, but I want you to have this one too. And it was the Beatles live at the Hollywood Bowl. And I was like, oh my God. So after about 3 days, I just did everything I could to scrounge up $10 to get another Beatles record. So that's kind of where it all started for me. And just have been passionate about music ever since. And finally learned how to sing in key somewhere in my late 20s. And here we are.
And learning how to sing is like a lifelong journey as your voice changes.
It is.
Right?
It is. Oh, absolutely. And then singing and playing, then singing is one thing, and then singing and playing together, it's just repetition and repetition. And roommates would be like, dude, you were up all night playing the same game. So I'm like, I was? Like, you don't even realize you're doing it. You're just trying to get there, and it takes a long time. But
So you got into it at 10 years old, and your dad got
sure.
you the Beatles live at the Hollywood Bowl. What stood out to you about the sound, this album, the Beatles? What got you hooked? Any song in particular?
Well, that album is just it's the height of when rock and roll was just beginning, and that album is in itself is just pandemonium. The screaming. I mean, you can't hear the band that great. You hear just the screaming of the crowd and the young audience, and just the Beatles coming to America, and and now here they are, the Beatles. It sounds like a plane taking off, and they start playing, and it even gets louder. And I'm like, and I'm listening to this as my record player as a kid. I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, I gotta get into this.
Yeah.
What is this? And the music's just great. And then you just start every song, and just a pure love of the music itself, rock and roll, and just really enjoyed it. It was really inspiring, and that's the beginning, and then you go through your life, checking out different bands, different kinds of music, different things, and different influences in it. But that it started there for sure.
A lot of good songs in that album. Any that you cover?
Beatles songs we cover. We do a nice version of "Don't Let Me Down," which was back in the album late. We do a little "Hide Your Love Away." From this album, I'm trying to think. We've done some of these songs before. Currently, I think "Hard Day's Night" might have nothing on here as of right now that I can see. But
I think "All My Lovin'" might be my favorite Beatles song.
"She Loves You" was a favorite. Yeah.
Girl like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it can't be that.
Did ELO cover that one song you were mentioning too?
Which one?
One?
Don't Let Me Down.
Yeah. Or is that
Don't
song?
Bring Me Down was
Don't
an
Bring Me
ELO
Down.
song.
Yep.
Yeah, that was also, I think, probably I would say late 70s.
Yep.
Yeah, Don't Let Me Down was
Don't Let Me Down.
Probably 69 or 70. Famous one on that rooftop concert they did. That was John and Paul singing together. So we do a nice version of that.
So tell me a little bit about your band, Sean. I just followed you guys here on Instagram. Looks like you got three members in the band. Looks like.
Yes, myself and Tim Brennan, who I've been playing with, literally we started a band in the '90s, late '90s, called the Shambles. So I've been in bands with him since then. He's the guitar player. He is vocal. He's the technician and the smart guy in the band. Great guitar player. He does great background vocals. And we have his son, Trevor, who's 21 years old. He's the bass player of the University of Delaware Marching Band. And he's come along. He's just awesome. He just makes every song better. And he looks cool and he plays cool. And he's just a treat to have him in the band. I keep joking with him. I'm like, it's good to have you while I got you. I don't know when you're going to take off and with your buddies and start playing around the world, but he's just awesome. So he's just such a chill kid. And so yeah, it's family business, you know.
So two guitars and a bass. Do you have a drummer?
Two guitars, bass. Now I'll do a little tambourine. I'll do a little shaker, but no drummer. No, we go pretty loud as needed. But we don't have a drummer now.
And is it all acoustic or do you do electric too?
It's acoustic electric, so we're plugged in, obviously.
Yeah.
No, it's all acoustic. With Tim, what he's able to do with some of the effects on his guitar and the pedals he has, uh, it's pretty cool to look at from my edge. I don't use quite so many effects on my guitar, but he can make he can make a lot of different sounds on many different songs, and he has a lot of fun doing that, I think.
You guys have some awesome photos on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And you guys play out a lot, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty steady. You know, we all work full time. Tim has his own software business. Trevor's in college. I work for Comcast by day. Xfinity. I'm in sales. Been doing that for maybe about 17 years. Coming up in January. And I've done music full time in the past, but as a part time job, it kind of fits me best. And we, anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7 gigs a month, what we can fit in around the other busy stuff we have going on in our lives.
It's really cool that you're able to have a job that affords you the ability to follow your passion too.
Absolutely. I agree.
Passion is so important. In the movie Rudy, Rudy, Sean Astin plays the character Rudy, and he says,
Sure.
having dreams, or it was his friend, having dreams is what makes life tolerable. But the idea of having something that you're passionate about gives you purpose and it gives you meaning and it gives you a sense of fulfillment and joy that the external world cannot give you.
I agree. There's no replacement for live music, and me personally, just the feeling you get when you're performing live.
What's it like? So take me through it. I mean, I play at church, I play guitar at church, but what's it
Mhm.
like when you're playing in front of crowds? I mean, I guess you play at all different kinds of venues.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we've done everything from we do, your pubs and your standard bar gigs to outdoor events, and used to play at the ballpark back in the McFadden's days of Citizens Bank Park
Yes.
game. And that's quite a crowd. And I'm a huge Philly sports fan, so that was totally in my wheelhouse. Love doing that. Although those were the rowdiest crowds we probably ever encountered. It's what's it like? It's really cool. It's just great to meet great people, a lot of like-minded people. Some people are just, I like the people that are like, man, who are these guys? Who are
Yeah.
you? This is, that's the kind of people that we like to turn on and like, we got kind of an eclectic mix of rock tunes, whether it's alt rock, whether it's classic rock, maybe a little Johnny Cash, some country, whatever kind of fits the vibe of where we're at and what's going on. And it's just a great feeling. It's a tremendous feeling to be able to perform. And then when literally usually about somewhere there's usually a 10 or 15 minute zone during any set where you just get into it. You're comfortable. You get the missed chord out of the way or the missed note out of the way, and you're just gliding. You don't even realize you're playing. You're just like you're just in the zone and just bringing it. Just it's hard to describe. It's all good.
What is that feeling like? Do things slow down? Do things just seem like they're not real a reality? Like, what's that feeling like
Mm-hmm.
when you're in the zone? Because I hear that described in sports. People say,
Mm-hmm.
the game slows down for you. Like the greatest athletes in the world. You think of like Steph Curry's or, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. they've done the repetition in practice, right? And they're
Yeah,
champions. Like it
absolutely.
slows down. What is it like as a musician when you're in that zone?
Well, I think, at this point, it's been so long going at it. You're just, you and everyone in your band is just going through trying to just play do everything as well as you possibly can.
Mm.
Just hit the notes, accentuate here, maybe, and you're also kind of searching, sometimes songs evolve, different little things will come out of songs just from getting a good feeling about, where you're at with the song. What's it like to be, it's just, like I said, it's just a great feeling. It's hard to describe, but it feels like you're just, especially when there's audience involvement, and there's usually band involvement where you just, when it's going well and a song's going well and a show's going well, it's just a tremendous feeling. It's just a really sort of like a feeling of bliss. I wouldn't say it slows down you because you're in the moment 100%. But it's something I definitely cherish, and something that, like, at this point, there's no turning back. Just play
Yeah.
forever as long as we can.
That's amazing. Do you get nervous, Sean, when you get ready to go up and play at the beginning?
Sure,
You
sure,
do? You still get nervous after all these
yeah.
years?
It's good to be nervous.
What's
Yeah.
it feel like? So do you get like your palms get sweaty? You get like a lump in your throat? Like what is that feeling like before you get ready to perform in front of a crowd?
When that happens, usually is when a lot of times when we get to a gig, it's, hey, let's get here an hour before. We got to get set up. Let's do this. Let's get our gear together. By the time we get everything set up, get a beer in our hands or whatever, it's 2 minutes. Okay, here's the set. Let's go. You don't even have time. Where you get nervous is like, sometimes when there's an event. We played at Kenneth Flash last year at an event, and and you're just sitting in the dressing room, and they're doing announcements, and you're kind of sitting there for an hour, and that's when it's like, I just want to get on the stage. That's when you kind of get nervous a little bit, but it's good to be nervous. It kind of keeps you, in check.
Yeah. So what about like when you're heading to a gig? You're packing up the car. Do you feel nervous then, or is it more excitement? Like you're driving to the event. How do you feel during that moment?
I don't feel nervous. I just, no, just ready to go. All right, it's time to go to work. Got a gig. It's you have a commitment to your bandmates. You have a commitment to the venue. You built relationships. The guys in my band, they're my brothers. Uh, the venues that we play, they're not all handpicked, but we built relationships over the years, and I cherish those relationships too. And it's just, you're just looking forward to, okay, I'm going over to Liberty Place. I'm going to see these guys, and I'm going to see a few of my buddies here, and throughout the day you have, hey, we're coming out tonight, like, can you get us a table, blah blah blah. You just look forward to just enjoying. It's a job that you can really, it's something that I love to do, so I recommend that to anyone. Just do what you love. If you can do that for a living, God bless you.
Yeah, totally. So
Yeah,
when you're at these events with your bands, do you find that sometimes crowds, you see similar faces, they follow you ever or no?
sure. Yeah, we have some awesome fans, awesome friends we've made. We have uh, it's a whole family of people, young and old, that they've come out from Middletown, Delaware. They showed up in Kennett one night, Kennett Square, where we have a few steady gigs, and they just show up, whether we're down in Newark or whether we're in Canada, or they they showed up. They made their own T-shirts. So I'm like, well, now there's an idea that skipped mine. But anyway, that's another thing. But literally, I mean, these are people that we were down to Chesapeake Inn last December, and it was a 50th surprise party, and we really want to have you. Well, we're playing to 11. You guys are 15 minutes from there. How about we? So they literally had us come into their house at midnight, play like an hour set. Beautiful home. The house was decorated like it gave Clark Griswold a run for his money.
I
Just
love
like
it.
people like that, you get to meet. That just makes it all worthwhile. It's just awesome. And so when people are having you to their home, their party, their event, birthday, graduation, whatever they want, it's really meaningful.
So what would you tell aspiring musicians that either, are just starting out, they want to learn their instruments, or, they are playing for a couple years, but they really want to get into the circuit of playing
Mm-hmm.
live? What advice would you give them?
Best advice I got very early on when I couldn't really sing or play guitar, what I was trying was just always remember where you started. Um, it doesn't hurt to, I mean, this is back in the 90s. I would, have a cassette, but now you can just, just hit record on your phone, record your record your progress, hold on to it, don't throw it away. Remember, oh, it's back here. Just remember where you started as far as learning your chords, your progressions, your singing, whatever it is you're doing, and it helps to remember that I've come this far. How far am I going to be in another month or two? Um,
Do you have
that's one thing I would recommend.
keeping track of your progress? Do you have to take care of your voice? Do you notice like as you've gone through different stages of your music career that your voice is changing, or do you feel like it hasn't really changed much?
Um, you do. Back when I was playing, this is going back to maybe '07, '08, through the really almost a whole decade of playing 3, 4, 5 nights a week.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd run out of gas sometimes, and it would be tough. There would be days where I couldn't speak, and then like how am I going to sing tonight? You just kind of muster it up. I don't know where that comes from, but yeah, it's always good to take care of your voice. I mean, I'm not a smoker. That's I think
That
that would be one
helps.
thing that definitely helps. Um,
Yeah, I don't know how guys, Sean, like Robin Zander of Cheap Trick, like that guy can freaking scream and sing,
yeah,
and he's a smoker. I just don't like know how certain guys do it. My dad just saw The Who. Robert
yeah,
Daltrey was in his 80s, and the guy he was
yes,
still bringing it, and it's
I
just like,
missed that one. Yeah,
how
I've
do you
seen them before though. Yeah, many times. Yeah,
how you do that? It's just unreal. But
singing from the heart, singing from the
yes, sing it
soul.
from the
It's
heart.
just let it go. Just let your passion out. Let it go.
Let it
And
go.
I
This
think
is so
that's
much
where
fun.
it comes from.
Yeah, this is so much fun. We could keep this conversation going. What I want to wrap up with is philanthropy. And you're
Sure.
donating your time for this event. I guess, number one, why is this cause, specifically hunger and food insecurity, so important to you? And then two, in general, does your band typically do philanthropy events like this? Do you like it? Why do you do it?
We do. We just did an event in Maryland over the weekend, the Darren Dalton Foundation. It's the third year we've been involved. They have this thing called the Fall Classic at the Chesapeake Inn. John Marco Marticelli, who's the owner down there, he's involved with the foundation, and has had us down there for each of the three events. A lot of ex Phillies, Eagles. Darren Dalton Foundation is for he died of cancer. I think it was 2017. So it's a brain cancer uh, foundation that provides funds for people that really need it. Brain cancer patients. For one, and there's usually one recipient per year that will give a speech and tell how much the foundation's helped. And yeah, it's just really cool. And then um, with this one with F4 and what you guys are doing, it, Steve Liberace, who's been a friend of mine for decades, we've been kind of playing the same kind of circuit for many years, trading gigs here and trading ideas, hanging out for a beer every once in a while. Just a good dude, and as we will, he just hit me up one day. Hey, I got a gig for you. And I'm like, where are we at? And he started telling me about you. And then I got to meet you and learn about F4 and what you guys are doing, and feeding people that really need it. And it makes it even more worthwhile. I was like, oh, this is really cool. So it's been good to learn about you and your organization as well.
Wow, Sean, I appreciate it. This is great. Great to get more acquainted with you, to
Mm-hmm.
share your story. My hope for all the musicians, but I hope that you guys can, you're giving out of the generosity of your heart, get more bookings from this because you guys, your hearts
Cool.
are in the right place. You're doing it for the love and passion of the music, and you're giving back your time, which you don't need to do, especially as established as you guys are, for a cause that's so much greater than ourselves. I always tell our team constantly, we need to be the voice for people that can't speak for themselves. We have to help others advocate for those that can't advocate for themselves. So
Sure.
you're an amazing human being, and we're blessed
Thanks,
and
bro.
grateful to have you. I'm thankful to call you friend, but grateful to have you for this special day, and hopefully for many more in the future.
Yeah, look forward to October 12th, just hanging out and having a great time. Westchester. It's going to be
Sean,
awesome.
where can people find you on social media to follow you and like your stuff?
We are on Facebook and Instagram is mainly where you can find us. I always have the Just a Bit Outside schedule is on our Facebook page. It's always updated. Instagram will usually update each gig as well.
Cool.
I think it's facebook.com/just a bit outside trio. And then on Instagram, it's just a bit outside. There's an underscore in between each word. Just a bit outside.
And we'll share it in the notes. Did you do you also have any music on Spotify too?
We don't as of yet. We have a
Okay.
few songs that we have, and we have a few originals that we do that are not out there yet. We'll see what happens.
Okay. So that'll be released though on Facebook and Instagram. You'll post that for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, good. This has been awesome. I enjoyed our time today. Thank you, Sean, for joining
Thank,
the For Hunger Awareness Show.
thank you, Derek. It was a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me, man.
Yep. If you have not already, please subscribe. F4 Ending Hunger, F4 Service. We appreciate you listening. Share with your friends, share with your family. Together we can create a world without hunger. This has been Derek Fiorenza with Sean McGraw from Just a Bit Outside, and you can catch
Right.
Sean and his band at the F4 Westchester Chili Cook-Off on October 12th. Thank you. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.